How effective is the combination of your main product and ancillary texts? In order to judge how effective my products were, I needed to understand the definition of effectiveness. According to Oxford Dictionary, effectiveness is the degree to which something is successful in producing a desired result. Therefore, for my products to be effective, they must visually look, when put together, like a real media text, a promotional package with a clear brand identity, and to look as professional and realistic as possible. It was important that throughout the creation of my ancillaries and music video that there was a clear brand identity. I firstly did this through imagery. The photos used on my ancillaries were taken from scenes in the music video, so my audience can therefore connect the two together. I also did this through ensuring that the same genre and house style ran throughout all my media texts, which would also create synergy. I ensured the house style ran throughout by using common codes and conventions of real media products in the indie genre. By pastiching these correctly, I was able to make realistic and effective products. Both of my ancillaries were used as promotional platform for my music video. One, a tour poster, which would feature in an indie music magazine such as Q and Kerrang, and the other, an album digipack for the album, which the song to my music video would feature in. Strengths and weaknesses of my first ancillary, my album digipack. Strengths. The indie subculture favour original ideas and things looking different. I therefore wanted a feature of my digipack album to stand out and be more dynamic than most music videos. I decided that I would do this through the text and started by researching into typography into Google. I discovered different ways to display my text more interestingly. I looked at one particular example of an anatomically correct heart as an idea to shape the tracks of my songs for my back cover. Through Photoshop, I was able to create the same outline and insert my track lists over the top. This made a strong impact on the whole image of my digipack, looking more interesting and vibrant than a normal album case. Also for my digipack, I used typography, again to make my front cover stand out and appeal to my audience. I scribbled down hundreds of words onto paper and scanned the sheet in and opened it up in Photoshop. I was then able to cut out the words into small shapes and arrange them into the shape of a rose. This created an intertextual reference to the main song in the album, and also the song I created my music video to, Emily's Rose. To ensure my house style ran throughout my promotional package, I inserted an image I took when filming and displayed it on the left side of my digipack. I blurred out the background, making my artist the only image in focus, central of the image according to the rule of thirds. This technique is used in other digipacks I looked at, such as Gabrielle Alpin, and create a focus on the music artist, incorporating her face into the brand identity. Weaknesses. If I was to recreate my album digipack, again I would have considered other elements to make the product look as effective, realistic and professional as possible. One weakness with my album digipack is that I could have included more images as a background for my cover. I did find in my research into real media text that this was a popular convention. However, I decided to use a set colour background instead to emphasise the intertextual reference of the rose and also keep to the house style colours. I would have also liked to, if I had more time, added a second strand to the digipack, with another disc included of the music videos to all the tracks that are on the album. For the background to that, I would have created a collage of images of the music artist behind the scenes in order to create a personal touch to the album and create a synthetic relationship between the artist and her audience. Strengths and weaknesses of my ancillary number 2, my tour poster. When analysing into album tour posters in my research into media text, I found that a common convention was to have the name of the artist to be in the large font on the poster, in order for the audience to immediately know what the poster is about on first sight. I therefore used a serif font for the artist's name to reflect her feminine side with a white stroke around so it stands out against the dark background. If I was to recreate my tour poster, again I would have included an image on the front cover. I would have included an image of the front cover of my album I created in the space to the left, as it would have linked the poster to the album and made a stronger brand identity altogether. Despite seeing this convention used when researching into tour posters, I did not use it. Another convention for album tour posters is to have a theme photo shoot. The images on the poster will have most likely been taken when photographing for the album cover and used on both to keep the continuity of the promotional package and the brand identity. This particular image I chose because it attracts my audience. The first being that the clothing of the artist is representative of the subculture of my target audience. The beanie hat she is wearing is a popular item of clothing in the indie genre of music, where fashion is a huge area of identity. It was therefore important that my artist was wearing the correct style of clothing in the photo shoot. One convention I used which made my ancillary product look effective in looking like a real professional product was inserting a web address and Facebook page for extra information and where to buy tickets from. I have also included a QR code which, once scanned in with a phone, it takes you to the website to buy tickets. This would appeal to my younger teenage audience known as digital natives, who have grown up in an age of technology and would almost expect a quick, accessible and easier way to buy tickets. I looked at this particular reel media text to pastiche ideas for my own product. The use of splitting the page in two using rule of thirds, I used the focused right side of my image for my artist, with the information running down the left in the blurred section of the image. I also pastiched the warm colours of brown and gold for the image, but also these colours have connotations of the streets and how my artist is down-to-earth individual who cares more about music than money and fame. I looked at several other real media texts to get an idea of how I can make my album cover more dynamic through the use of text. I looked into Riot's cover and decided to use that convention of small scattered text for my main rose image on the front of my cover, included words which related to the theme of the song. Altogether, my products create a clear brand identity through the use of house-style colours red, white and black, along with the images from the same location and wearing the same outfit. I also ensured my main masthead for my poster was the same font as the text throughout my digipack to achieve successful synergy. Furthermore, I aim to connect both products to my music video through the use of the song title Emily's Rose. I tried to do this by including images and shapes of roses and flowers on the products to intertextually reference and connect the two. However, if I was to improve them, I would have added more roses onto my poster. I applied Goffman's theory of dismemberment in my music video to create a star persona for my music artist. By using close-up shots of the artist's eyes and lips when she sings, with an added colour effect, it creates an arty, unique visual effect, which is a common convention in indie music videos. For example, Lana Del Rey's Summertime Sadness and Nina Nesbitt's Stay Out music videos. By doing this and using close-up side images of the artist, also the same side of her that the other images were taken, on my magazine poster, I was creating a brand identity to make my products look more like a promotional package, as people would recognise the artist from the images. The combination of my music video, tour poster and album digipack create a strong and clear brand identity linked to the indie genre, successful because of the research I've done into similar real media products and followed the codes and conventions, applying them to my own work. All my products successfully work as a package due to the connections between them all, such as photography, house style, colours, font and layouts.